Et salut à tous, bienvenue dans le Huddle. Aujourd'hui, on a un épisode assez spécial, c'est le State of the Franchise. Et aujourd'hui, on va parler des Miami Dolphins, mais on va le faire avec un invité assez spécial, Richmond Webb. C'est une légende des Miami Dolphins. Donc, on va maintenant partir en anglais. Il y aura des sous-titres en bas. Et on va voir un petit peu son opinion par rapport aux Dolphins. Hey, Richmond, how are you?
Good. How you doing, Daniel?
I'm doing very fine. And I was just explaining to the French people that we will talk today about the Miami Dolphins and the season so far. So are you ready for that?
I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready. Yes. Let's go.
Uh,
Let's
remember,
do it.
remember, we have a little challenge at the end. You have to say a word in French. Huh? So we didn't prepare that. I take you in behind, but don't worry. I'm pretty sure you learn a French word. So, hey, Richmond, this season is kind of crazy because we have 2 hours for 4 weeks, so the season hasn't come the way I think everyone was expected. But what is what are your thoughts on the Miami Dolphins so far and the way they go through adversity?
Yeah. I think you described it perfectly. First thing is, we start out, won the first game, and then we go through a little adversity. Tua gets hurt, and then they make a decision to put him on IR for 4 weeks. So we lose our quarterback, and then, we go through a couple of quarterbacks along the process. We guys getting hurt, and then we come back, and then Tua comes back, and then we lose two close games. I think it was Tennessee and Arizona Cardinals that were probably games that possibly could have won. But last 2 weeks we've bounced back and kind of hitting the rhythm, and it wasn't what everybody wanted or projected, but I think we're eventually on the right path now. It's not going to be an easy process to finish out the season strong, but we're capable of doing it. It's just everything has to kind of fall in place, and we just don't have a room for a huge margin of error because we lost so many games in the first half. But I like what we're doing so far the last few games. We just got to continue to build on that.
Yeah, we saw that especially against the Bills, the team was very close to win the game in Buffalo. So it was kind of those games that give you confidence for the rest of the season. But what are for you the major change happened when Tua was back, and we saw the offense going very better, different from last year, to be honest. But they play different. What do you think about that, Richmond?
Yeah, the biggest difference I noticed when Tua got hurt, it seemed like we went to more of a balanced attack. We were more dedicated to running the football, and like last year, it was Tyreek, and Jalen Waddle. I mean, probably two of the best receivers in the NFL right now, but they were, Tyreek had almost 2,000 yards last year, so two explosive, quick hitting, long plays. It didn't take our offense. We would score real quick, so it didn't take us long to score a touchdown, stuff like that. Very exciting for the fan base and for the NFL because we were on the talk of all the sports shows. A lot of analysts were projecting us to go in the playoffs and really do good, and we kind of faltered toward the end. And I think this year when Tua got hurt, we dedicated more to the run, Moser, right, and Achane running those running backs. And then you saw the evolution of our tight end, Jonnu Smith, that, he's really had some really good games. And even before Tua came back, and that's continued. And I think the biggest thing or question in my mind was once Tua came back, would they continue to run the ball to have a more balanced attack? And they have. And I think it's good for Tua. I think it's good for the offense. I think it's actually good. Tyreek and Jalen Waddle probably don't get as many targets or whatever like that. But with spreading the ball out and a balanced run and pass attack, the time of possession has probably went up dramatically, which is good for our defense to keep them fresh. You spread the ball around, it makes it harder to try to figure out Do I stop Tyreek? Do I stop Waddle Smith? We have so many more weapons, and so I think it makes it harder to defend us. And I think that's why our time of possession has went up as far as maintaining control of the football, and that's going to pay off dividends, especially in the second half of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. And we know that Mike McDaniel is a genius to draw playbook and route for the wide receiver, and we saw it last game when Jonnu Smith was alone. No one was covering him, and you saw the design. He put Mostert on wide receiver position, and he disrupt the defense. They don't know who to defend the cover, and they did a double cover to Tyreek Hill, and at the end it was Jonnu Smith the target. So it's brilliant, and I think by spreading the ball more to multiple targets allowed maybe to play that speed in a better way than just drag or slant that the way we did last season. So yeah, by running the ball, we give a better view for Tua to spread the ball. But the biggest difference for me, one of the biggest difference is the offensive line that is playing a key role in that evolution, because I know you notice the work that they are doing in the zone block is amazing. I mean, you really see the work now, and they really did a great job to open hole for the run and give it the perfect time to throw the ball.
Yeah, shout out again to offensive line, and they've had to take a bigger role, and it takes a little bit more to run the football. And I know we lost Austin Jackson. They put him on injury reserve. Hopefully we get him back before the end of the season. But when you have Austin Jackson and Teron Armstead, you look at a guy like Teron Armstead, been in the league 13, 14 years, playing at a high level, he's one of the best tackles in the game right now, left tackle. And you get that type of leadership to where when you get in tough situations, the offensive line group probably looks to him because he's been battle tested and he's played at a high level for such a long time. When you have core guys, you got to have guys like that on the offense and defense. And on defense, like Calais Campbell is probably that guy, older veteran, but he's been battle tested. And when going gets tough, those are guys you look to, and then they take on more of a leadership role. So Teron Armstead has been invaluable, and not only for the offensive line, but for to his ways. And it makes a difference when he's not out there on the field. And then Tyreek is a leader, so it just, when you 3 or 4 guys in the huddle that guys feed off of, it just makes everything better. But the offensive line has been able to run the ball, and not just outside tackles, but in between the tackles. And so it makes it harder to where they're not just using motion or movement or what to always get guys. These guys are coming off the football, positioning, creating lanes, creating holes where the running back can hit it. Like I say, Achane, Moser, right, all 3 of them, they all run the football well, but they do different things. All of them are fast, but they have a little bit different running style. So that makes it tougher, because depending on who's in the game, it gives the defense something else to think about. And when all 3 of them can run inside and outside, that's even more of a bonus. So it's giving a defensive coordinator more of a headache, because now he has a lot more to try to come up with to say, okay, if they run on this play, how do I stop it? If they throw on this play, how do I stop it? So it just makes it a harder offense to try to defend and stop. And I think people are seeing that we don't score as quick, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. The main thing I love is we're controlling the football.
Absolutely. You said everything about the offense. You're not a legend for nothing. You know your business. But let's have a few words. Let's have a few words for the defense, because in my mind, in the first part of the season, the defense was not that bad. the only thing they were on the field too much time, so they get exhausting by third, fourth quarter. So again, it was about time possession. Sorry, but I think this defense with Calais Campbell, you said it, and this guy is amazing. He's a legend. He's arguably one of the best interior defensive line on the NFL. But this defense was a question mark at first in the season, and now I feel comfortable. It's not one of the best defense of the league, but I think they can do the job to just give that the score, not score too much points, which is good for an offense who will score 20, 25 points. So what are your thoughts on defense too?
Yeah, Calais Campbell, Seiler, those guys on defense, Agba, those guys running in. You got Jalen Ramsey in the secondary, and I'm having a blank.
On the linebacker position, safety Poyer and Holland.
Holland, yeah, Holland. That's my man there. But I think everything is coming together for them, and I'm so excited for Chop Robinson. I see the way he's been working, rushing the passer, and now those pressures are starting to turn into sacks. And then, we lost Jalen Phillips early in the season again after he busted his tail to work to get back this season. He'll be back. And then Chubb should, I don't know, hopefully we get him back. And that just gives another linebacker you can go into rotation. And like you said, it was new defensive coordinator, all that. But I think it's starting to gel. I think they will continue to get better. I've seen Cam Smith getting some reps in there due to injuries and stuff like that. So they're leaning on each other. That's what I like about it. And, it's nobody pointing fingers at anything, but you can see the defense coming together. You can see the offense coming together. And it seems they're actually having fun. I think when they went through that streak of losing those football games or whatever, that's tough, not physically, but mentally, because now you got to try to put that one out your mind, get ready for the next game, but then you end up losing that one. And, like we said previously, losing a couple of close games like the Cardinals game, even that Buffalo game, those were winnable football games, and to kind of let them go at the end, you let it go, but it's tough. And then sometimes you look back and say, man, if we would have just did that, it would have been better. But what I'm seeing now is they're back to having fun. They're playing, and I can tell their confidence level has risen tremendously, and they're playing good football right now. So I'm excited about the rest of the season.
Yeah, talking about the rest of the season. So we don't have so many window to lose in game. I think one lose, and after that, so we can have seven lost. But this is it almost. So we played against the Patriots this weekend, and after that we go to Lambeau Field against the Packers. Those two games. I mean, I think when we talk about 1 week at a time, moving the chain, it's really the reality here. We just have to win 1 week at a time, and don't try to put too much expectation, because one lost, and after that we have to win almost every game.
Yeah, and I think you're right, Daniel. You focus on next game. If you start trying to say, well, we got Jordan Love and the Packers, let next week take the next week. This week we got, like you said, New England, and that's a division game. They hadn't had the greatest season, but anytime you play a division opponent, they're going to come in and they're going to try to beat you, this and that. And so I think the guys understand that. And I think it's one game at a time. Just make it a one-game season versus trying to say, okay, we got to win the next 5 out of 6. Just take it one game at a time, and to chip on where they may. But I think the confidence level has risen, and we just got to keep steering the ship the way it's going. And as long as we take it one game at a time, we should be focused on New England. And then after New England, we go to, is it Thanksgiving Day or the day after Thanksgiving? Yeah. We play Green Bay. So yeah. So and they got a good football team. So it's just a test. But go up, you already know, the fan base. We'll have some Dolphin fans there, but majority is going to be Packers and the Cheeseheads, and they're gonna be doing their little stuff for the Packers and stuff like that. So go up there and operate our offense, defense, and try to come out with a win. But this week it's New England, and that's what we should be focused on. So I think that's what it is. That game is at home again, so that'll be good to play at home. Short week, and then we go to Green Bay, play there, and then hopefully we knock that one out. And like I said, we just keep going. And I think as long as they can stay focused on that and not try to do a collective of games and say, okay, try to figure out we win this one, win. No, just 1 week at a time, and I think we'll be good.
So you are a legend. We have to listen to you. Focus on the New England game. New England game. I don't want you to be mad. We want to welcome you in France. So we listen to you. Don't worry. No. To be serious, I think it's a great mindset. 1 week at a time. So New England Patriots. Of course, we have to win it, and it's not winnable before the game. It's during the game. Right. So we have to play that game. So the thing I understand, or what you say, it's your confidence for this team is going better each and every week.
And if you don't believe, nobody else is gonna believe, and that's always been my mindset. But you got to do the things in preparation, the things in practice, eliminate the mental mistakes, unnecessary penalties. Those little things sometimes can determine who wins a game and who loses a game. And that was something that was drilled in my head from the time I got there with Don Shula. He was stick on the little bitty things, because a lot of times a lot of football games are 3 points or less. So a lot of times if I'm jumping outside or getting a bunch of holding penalties, that's going to slow down or deter the offense or put us in harder situations to continue to move the chains and make down. So as long as we do that and play smart football, I like our chances.
Amen. So last thing, we have to talk about a huge announcement who has been made yesterday. You reached the semi-final for the Pro Football Hall of Fame class of 2025 for the first time in 17 years of eligibility. So first of all, congratulations, Richmond. You truly deserve it. And we saw your message on social media. So so I know, and you know how you feel. You know better how you feel than I know better how you feel. But we all imagine how you feel in that time. And before you say a few words, I just want to shout out my group for your campaign that we create. So Dolph Ricky, 305 Sports Babe, Lisa Fanatic, Fan of the Year 2024 of the Miami Dolphins, Reason, your partner on podcast, Bob, Miss Fins. Yeah. The list is going very long, so I guess I didn't forget anybody, but Dolph Ricky, I said it first. I say it again. Don't freak. I know you are her bodyguard, so I don't want you to be mad. Be careful.
She gave me a little security job.
I say it first.
She gave me a little security job. I work with her husband doing security at East 12 every now and then, so they give me a little side hustle money when I come down to South Florida. So yeah, she always look out for me. But yeah, the group you named, and just the fans, how they embraced the vision that you guys, the campaign that you all put together, retweeting, posting on social media, buying the shirts, the posters in the stands at the game, and just everybody showing me love and retweeting. And what I really loved about it, I think the approach how it was with. It wasn't nothing negative, you know what I'm saying? When they tagged the Pro Football Hall of Fame in there, it wasn't, it was all positive comments, this and that. And then I think the thing that surprised me was it was people from other fan bases, like Randy from the Denver Broncos.
Ron. It's through a campaign from Randy Gradishaw. That's why you.
Okay, it was okay. So Ron, yeah, I'm sorry, Ron. You're my man, but when you see fans from other fan bases, and I know he's a diehard goes a bit to mention me or to try to help the cause to somebody can respect what you did on the field versus, we all play for the NFL. It's different franchises, but when you can respect what a player did while he was out there on the field and help promote him, I think that's huge. Another guy, one of my teammates is, Willie Anderson. He's just, I played with him at the Bengals, but every opportunity he gets, he promotes me and saying, deserving of going to Hall of Fame, and he's deserving. He's made the semifinals. He's made before me, and he's on it again. So, man, I'm just so grateful for, not only Dolphin fans, but just NFL fans and people that support the cause and can respect the way I played the game and how I played the game and contributed to the game. So, first time making the semifinals, it's a feeling that was a little bit overwhelming. I'm glad I got the video done and posted it. That when people appreciate you, it doesn't do nothing but humble you. If just the way it is, and I really appreciate it. And it was a really good day yesterday, and today is another good day. So I'm just happy and looking forward to the game this weekend.
I can't imagine how many notifications you had on social media. I hope your phone hasn't burned.
I know I couldn't keep up, and I think people was more of just saying, "Hey, congratulations." I don't think everybody was looking for me to respond. I tried to respond to so many of them, but I ran some errands with the wife yesterday, and I came back and I was scrolling through Twitter, and I was just like, my goodness, I don't know. I said, I'm sure I missed some people, but it was that type of love. And when people appreciate you, it just puts a warm feeling down inside. So I appreciate everyone. Like I said, the committee, Daniel, the campaign that y'all put together, because I didn't understand the process, but it's truly been a blessing. And not only me, but my wife and my kids, they were all happy for me. So when you can celebrate with other people that love you, this and that, it just makes it that much more special.
Yeah, let's go to the final now, and I have to have some words from some historians. So you mentioned Ron. Ron is a fantastic person. He helped a lot. You have Kirk from not in the Hall of Fame group, and you have historians like Jack Silverstone, Canton Paul, Ken Crippen, and John Turney, who help us a lot. So thanks to them. They are not Dolphins fan, by the way. And Ken Crippen,
At all.
he's a Bills fan.
I've actually, I've done, I think, a couple of reviews with not in the Hall of Fame, and maybe I did one of them. Did an article. I'm getting confused now, but you're right. All those guys, I've interacted with them on Twitter, and it's been all positive, and it was even before campaign had started. So to see, like I said, when you see people jump on board that's not Dolphin fans and support you, that just makes it even.
Hey, great. Hey, we we have time to talk about next step another time. So thank you for the state of the franchise of the Miami Dolphins in mid-season. I appreciate you. You have a nickname that I don't want to mention on
You found out a
YouTube.
nickname? I got a bunch of them. Come on with it. What you got for me?
You know how I name you in private conversation. So I don't want to use that name on YouTube.
That name. Okay, yeah. I thought you was coming from one of my teammates or something. I got a bunch of nicknames, bro. I'm telling you, I got a bunch
family
of
name. You remember, it's more family name. So I know you call me my nephew, so I call you my uncle. So that's hey, have a blessed day, and let's have a great end of the season for the Miami Dolphins. Let's go to the playoff for the fifth or fourth straight time. It would be great to keep the momentum of this franchise. And let's talk at the end of the season, Richmond.
It sounds good. I look forward to it. Thanks again, Daniel, for having me on your show. I appreciate it. And all my French family, I appreciate y'all too. Love y'all.
And you did the mistake because I forgot, but you mentioned French, so you have to finish the show with a French word.
Parlez-vous français? Come on, will that work?
That's
oui, monsieur. Yeah,
No,
come on.
just we. You don't have to say we.
We
You don't say yeah,
no
yes in
we.
English.
It's we.
Yeah, just we. Just one time. We are normal
We.
people in French. You just say we. It's yes.
Yeah. I think I got that from a
Eh,
cartoon or something. That must be what it
yeah,
was.
yeah. I know where it come from. See you, man.
All right.
Have a
See you.
great day. Au revoir tout le monde.
All right.